Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the Universal iRacing Series at Daytona. It's the 40XLI Driver Academy Contender Series. Just Xfinity cars, we got a little bit of sponsorship name in there. It's the Contender Series at Daytona. I believe this is a 120 lap race. Obviously they don't do 120 laps. And in real life, I thought it would have been a 300 lap race like real life, but it's not. The schedule is lap 25 will be the end of stage 1, the top 7 getting stage points. Lap 26 to lap 55 will be stage 2 with the top 7 getting stage points, and obviously you go from 56 to 100 to end the race off. As we got Ken Dorian Davis on the pole position here at Daytona. And he's outside Eric Labone Brad. Inside row 2, Zachary Trevino. Outside of row 2, Jackson Brown. Inside of row 3, Logan Brink, the multi-time champion in the Cup Series. On the inside, he'll have Tanner Marr. Inside of the next row is Henry Kaloff with Cody Gibson, Jordan Wheatley, and Jacob Quill. That's will be your top 10. Just on the outside, you got defending former champion is Peter Hoppy, Kobe Duckworth, Gavin Austin, who won the 500 last season and is on the pole, or not on the pole, inside second row for the 500 tomorrow night at Daytona. As he won the 500 last year and one of the best finishes in UIS history. A 4-wide finish at Daytona, finishing pointed the wrong direction, I believe. Oh god, hold on, hold on guys. I got a storage warning on my screen. Give me 1 second. Alright. So, and then he goes out there and he goes and wins the duel, and now we'll be inside of row number 2 for the 500. So he's 2 for 2 at Daytona in the UIS so far. And it'll be on the green flag to start the day. And the green flag is in the air, and we're live from Season 6 of the Contender Series. Good start for the outside line. Ken Dorian Davis going to be challenged going into turn number 1. Zachary Trevino just couldn't get to his bumper until just about now. He's got Logan Brink right behind. Trevino's got Logan Brink right behind him. Those two former teammates, they worked really well together in previous seasons. Both of them in the Final Four as of last season for the Cup Series. Got guys already trying to go 3 wide back there. That's all that's going to do is just header that outside line, and Zachary Trevino locked on to the bumper of that 9 car going into turn number 3. Jacob Quill to the middle of the track. 3 wide off of turn number 4. We got 3x3 racing already on lap 1 of 120. And Ken Dorian Davis will lead the first lap of Season 6 of the Contender Series. It is the Classical Showdown. That is the name of this race. Obviously we got like the Daytona, the UIS 500. The Classical Showdown has been one of the biggest races in UIS history. We've got past champions, me, Logan Brink, in there. Last season, I believe Nicholas Martinez Jr. won it. I mean, anyone at Daytona is massive. Off of turn number 4, that 9 car still out in front, but Jacob Quill shoving that outside line. He's one of the best pushers in this league. And the question is, do they go single file to try to get some laps in? Obviously, you know, we got the stage break at lap 25. Or is it just going to be hard racing this entire time until we get all the way to that stage break? We got a guy dropping to the back of the field. And when will we see the single file racing? Because eventually it will happen. It always finds a way to happen at Daytona and our top 2 series. I mean, could it happen right now? Some guys are starting to file away from that outside line to the bottom immediately. And what's the fuel situation? Like? Can they make it? Can they make it to the end of the stage? Ken Dorian Davis, you know, obviously he's had 2 great seasons so far in his career in Contender Series and in the Cup Series. Made the Final 4 in his rookie season in the Cup Series, just short of winning a championship in his first season. Obviously, Finnegan Myers goes and wins that one. And then in his second season, had off-track related issues where he cannot get to the sim that often, and had to basically give up on his hopes. Going into this season, he's full-time in Contender, full-time in the Cup Series, and he's looking to go win 2 championships. And the 58 of Eric Labenbrad goes to the lead. Immediately drops to the bottom. Jacob Quill going to have a big run on the outside line now. Jacob Quill clear to the bottom with Jackson Brown pushing him. Jacob Quill's going to stay on that outside line as he knows how to work Daytona. And Jacob Quill finally drops to the bottom line now. Jackson Brown being pushed by the 99 of TJ Moon in that Cash Culp Racing 99 car. Jacob Quill leading that inside line now. And Jackson Brown, a little bit of an advantage going into the corners. He's got his Canadian Motorsport teammate 2 cars behind him, and Colby Duckworth. Colby Duckworth just announced a couple days ago he will be becoming a dad, so congratulations to the 96, not the 96, the 15 car, and Colby Duckworth. And people are starting to file out of that outside line. Jackson Brown was one of the more aggressive guys on that outside line and duels for all 3 series. What will he be able to do today? Being pushed by his teammate. Obviously, you know, you got that teamwork with the Canadian Motorsport guys. And they got a big run down this back straightaway. And the outside line, all speed weeks at all 3 series has been the best down the straightaways. It's been pretty even, you know, most of the track. It's been, you know, obviously inside line on the corners unless you can side draft correctly on the outside line. And then they just get such a big run on the outside line. If you can avoid the side draft from the bottom on the straightaways, can be very beneficial, and it's really the only way to pass here at Daytona. And we got the door going into turn number 1 between Jacob Quill and Jackson Brown. Is TJ Moon out there holding his own on that outside line on that 3rd line. He has not fallen back like he should have, and that's only hurting that outside line. Advantage still on the bottom line for Jacob Quill, but Jackson Brown showing no give. And problems that some of the guys were having in the duels was overheating and temperature issues and not being able to work the temperatures as good as they wanted to be able to. And we should be starting to see that pretty soon if Jackson Brown cannot clear to the bottom, because Kobe Duckworth has been right on his bumper for about 2 or 3 laps now. As we are 15 laps away from the end of the stage. Stage break is end of lap 25. And the top 7 will get stage points, and those could be very crucial over a long season. 21 race season. Had 21 race season a couple seasons ago as well. And every bonus point was very, very big and very important all the way to the end. And we got Jackson Brown almost clearing that outside line. Jacob Quill gets a little bit of a side draft going into turn 3. And look how big of a run he gets in the corner. Just getting right on the quarter panel of that 96 car. Oh, we got trouble in the back. Logan Brink. Caution is out. Here at Daytona. We'll see what happens if I can... Oh, my replay's messed up. Hold on, guys. Let's see this. All started with the black car, Gavin Austin, I believe. As we did see him go around. Did he just try to make a move to the middle that wasn't there? He just gets hit from behind, a bad push right on that right rear quarter panel, and he goes through the grass, and mayhem behind him. And we're under our first yellow flag of the new season. Jacob Quill will catch the pace car. And also some little bit of a strategy that could be going into this as well is, do you pit before the stage break to get that, you know, a little bit of fuel advantage to get to the front of the pack to gain track position, or do you go for the stage points? That's why I love stage racing in leagues. It creates so much strategy and so much more stuff you can, you know, do. Do you stay out and you go for the stage points, or do you pit late on a late stage caution and, you know, you risk losing the stage points, but then you go to the front of the field at the start of the next stage, as we'll have Jacob Quill leading us into the pits if anybody wants to come down. Jacob Quill has said his worst part about iRacing is how bad he is at restrictor plates. I mean, this guy, there's no style of track that he cannot do. He's one of the best drivers this league has ever seen, if not the best. I mean, obviously, you know, you got Finnegan Myers as well, but Finnegan was never as dominant as Jacob was. And we got a couple guys coming out pit road. 2 guys coming down. Any more takers? There's no Nicholas Martinez Jr. tonight. You know, he did say he wanted to go win 2 championships. Don't know how much we'll be able to see of him this season, honestly. As there's a chance he's not able to show up much, if at all, this season. And Logan Brink and a lot of guys are on pit road, so you can win the race off pit road. Not like it means anything, because not everybody comes down. Logan Brink didn't have that much of damage, as all he did was just take a slide through the infield. And we'll be coming to 1 to go this time by. Jacob Quill will lead us there. He will take the bottom line, and man, that's smart for him. That's going to be able to break up the 2 Canadian Motorsport guys, but those two are going to be able to get right with each other no matter what. And Max Ford, the race official, has said EOL for the 01 car came down the track, causing the wreck. The 01 car, who is the 01 car? I think, is that Gavin Austin? The 01 car is James Cesar, just come down the track apparently. That'll be the first penalty of the race. So it'll be a Jacob Quill in the restart zone with Kobe Duckworth behind me, but a whole lot of Chevys around him. Everybody in that top 5 is Chevys besides... Oh, never mind, that doesn't really make sense. I was going to say everybody besides one, but forgot Jackson Brown's up there as well. It's Jackson Brown. He knows, no offense, but he knows that really his only chances of winning races is on restrictor plate tracks, and he said that as well. He hasn't won since, I think, season 2. This was before I was even here. That was like in the year 2023. Long time ago. He's really wanting to break that that winless streak, and Jacob Quill, he hasn't won a race in a little while as well. As we'll be going green this time by. It'll be on him in the restart zone whenever he gets there. And green flag is in the air. He's got a really good jump compared to that bottom line, or that outside line. Jacob Quill will lead us, and he into turn number 1. He's clear both lines. He's going to go right to that outside line with Jackson Brown. It goes right back to the bottom going into turn number 1. Kobe Duckworth just not getting there like he expected. 11 laps to go on the stage. Ken Dorian Davis all over the back of the 96 car. Trying to go... Oh, Ken Dorian Davis on the outside wall. Hard pushing from everybody on that outside line. Jackson Brown drops to the bottom. Clear by everybody. Ken Dorian Davis going to try to get linked with that 63 car to get back to those front two. Jackson Brown leading everybody. It's going to be hard for Jacob Quill to try to make a move if Kobe Duckworth's right there as well, because Kobe Duckworth, very loyal team guy to Canadian Motorsports. He will not leave that 96 if he has the opportunity to. Kobe Duckworth blinking a little bit right there. That could be, if he keeps it up, he might be sent to the back. Zachary Trevino does not have his teammate and Logan Brink around. And Jackson Brown gets left, goes Jacob Quill, goes to the outside line, gets linked up with the 9 car of Ken Dorian Davis. And we got Canadian Motorsports on the bottom. And we got Jacob Quill and Ken Dorian Davis on the outside line. Toyotas versus Chevys. Coming to 9 laps to go here at Daytona in the first stage. Big push it on the outside line. Ken Dorian Davis loses the rear a little bit in the tri-oval. Can Jacob Quill get clear to that bottom line? We got guys going all the way to the outside. Gavin Austin making it 3 wide on that third line. No help, but he's got a big run. Is it big enough for the 9 and the 16 to go up there and block? Or can he create the third line? He's got another guy coming up there as well. He's got Eric Lambogard. Falling back a little bit now. Jacob Quill right on that door of the 96 going into turn 3. Ken Dorian just can't get to his bumper in the middle of the corners. We got 3 wide racing in the middle of the pack. Jacob goes to the outside. Jackson tries to block. We're going to be 3 wide coming to 8 laps to go on the stage. Ken Dorian Davis stuck with Jacob Quill on that outside line. Jackson Brown in the middle. Zachary Trevino shoving Kobe Duckworth now to the lead here at Daytona. Jackson Brown squirrely into the corners. Jacob Quill falling hard now. And this is going to be a long ride to the back of the field unless somebody else can go up there, but for him in the 9. Henry Kaloff now pushing Jackson Brown. Canadian Motorsports controlling the race. This is what they did in the duels for the trucks. This is what they wanted to do here at Daytona, is control the lines. Jacob Quill goes into the wall, loses focus, big crash. The big one at Daytona. Everybody's involved. Caution is out again. Trying to see this from some guy at the middle of the packs. POV. Let's look at this one from Pete Tart. Jacob just goes on the wall, starts to lose it. Guys just start going everywhere, and big wreck. Let's look at it from Jacob Quill's point of view. As you know, he's on that outside line. See it from right here. As he just gets loose or whatever, and I mean, all it did is just cause a stack up with the other lines, it looks like, and he's got bad damage. That could be the 16 cars day over right there. Oh, I did not mean a quick replay. Yes, he's on pit road right now. More than likely some bad damage. No fast repairs for these guys. You got to remember that as well. So Jacob Quill could very well be out of this race after leading most of this first stage, and we will be going green to end the stage. And we have Jackson Brown here. Does Jacob Quill, does he have a meatball, or is he able to get out of pit road and stay in the lead lap? No, he's not. He's going to have to stay there. Jacob Quill will go a lap down here at Daytona after leading so much of this beginning portion of the race. Leading so much of this beginning portion of the race that, I mean, it's not over yet. It is definitely not over yet. He can overcome anything. And especially with it being Daytona, he has the opportunity to go do stuff. And Peter Hoppy, 8 laps down, you know, defending champion. Obviously, he gets caught in that wreck. I think he gets caught in that wreck. He's 2 laps down. Doing his best impression of Carson Elsfar. You know, that might be a $50,000 fine right there. You know, you spun the tires, you know, somehow that's dangerous. I'm not going to get into that, though. But Jackson Brown will lead us into the 1 to green. I will let you know who gets a penalty whenever we hear from Max Ford. Max Ford has responded, just says racing incident, net code between the 16 car and the 42 car. So that sucks. But Jackson Brown coming to 1 to green this time by. He will take the outside line. Teammate working here. I can tell you exactly what 42 car has 2 netcode incidents. The next one will be a EOL penalty. That's what Max Ford says. I can tell you right now what these two are going to be doing at this front of the field. Jackson Brown is the control car. Jackson Brown will go early, and Colby Duckworth will let Jackson Brown go where he will let him drop down whenever he can. This is what, you know, not everybody, but most guys that work together at Daytona on iRacing and leagues, this is what they do. The lead car will take the outside line and drop down. But what can Zachary Trevino do to time this restart up good to get that 33 car right behind him? Peter Hoppy's still in pit road, man. He's still revving those tires, man. Somehow that engine's holding up, if it's even there. Jacob Will not inside the race car right now. Good chance he is done for the day. And it'll be on Jackson Brown in this restart zone here. And we'll have, as the end of lap 25, I believe, where the stage comes out. Let me double check that for you guys. This week's schedule, stage 1 is lap 0 to lap 25, with the top 7 getting stage points. So at the end of lap 25, we will have our first ever stage winner in the UIS. First season ever with stages. And we got a Canadian Motorsports 1-2, as we'll be coming to the green flag this time. This time by starter's got the green flag in his hand, and green flag is in the air. Jackson Brown with a great start, and immediately will drop to that bottom line as soon as he can. There he goes, right to the bottom. Zachary Trevino, no help on the outside line. The 33 does not get the greatest jump does not get the best jump he could have gotten. And now Canadian Motorsports gets to control this bottom line. They're going to have a huge run on the outside, though, whenever they can get there. Zachary Trevino looking for anybody to let him down. Now goes the 42 of Cannon Vaughn to the outside line. This is what he needed. Logan Brink making his way up there now. We got 3 lanes here at Daytona. Jackson Brown goes and blocks the outside. Colby Duckworth to the bottom. Colby Duckworth with a big run going into turn 3. They're not 3 wide anymore. They file it out. Jackson Brown gonna have a huge run off the corner with Zachary Trevino pushing him. And this is exactly what Canadian Motorsport was talking about. They want to be able to control the race, control the lines. No Nicholas Rowe today, sadly, as he wins 2 of the 3 duels. Technically could be counted as a third one. Get taken back for literally being a tie, but post-race decisions announced it as a loss. So he really won 3 straight duels, and not here tonight, which sucks for him. And we got Eric Lambogard going to the middle line. Is that going to hinder the outside line now? Jackson Brown all the way by that wall, as he was using that in the Xfinity Series duels as well, where he would go all the way by the wall and get huge runs off of the corner. And we got a spinner, middle of the pack, crashing. Caution is out again. Logan Brink, day over. I can tell you that right now. Colby Duckworth will be the stage winner. I don't even know where that started at. I'm going to just... Big crash for these guys. I'm just going to go to right here. Oh, 33 just tries to go to the middle. The line's just not there. The 42 closes it off. And the second big one of the day. Second big one of the first stage as well. And the stage 1 will be over. And we'll be able to get a replay with Colby Duckworth whenever we can. As he might... Oh, wait. Is he in? He might be in VC. Peter Hoppy going to be race controlling as well. We'll get an interview with Colby Duckworth in just a moment as he crosses the line for the stage. Don't want to, distract the guy if he's going to come down pit road in his interview. As another issue with a lot of guys under green flag pit stops, as we see in the duels, lots of guys sliding through their pit box as just the tires get too hot and they just cannot get the car stopped. We've seen probably 4 or 5 guys do it last Friday night in the Xfinity duels. we'll get an interview with Colby Duckworth, and if I can move him here, I've been having struggling. Colby, you got a copy in the booth? Hello? Colby? Okay, well, I'll send you back then. Trying to move you, but I don't know where you're at. That one? I did it successfully. Okay, well, I'll go talk to Jackson Brown then. Jackson Brown, you got a copy in the booth?
Hello, yes.
Well, you know, we tried to ring Colby, but Colby didn't speak, so, you know, we're going to interview you because you're cooler and crap like that. So, you know, second place, but you get a Canadian Motorsports 1-2 for the first stage ever in UIS. You know, what's the goal for the rest of this race?
Keep doing what we're doing. Being up front, controlling the race, controlling the lines, being Kobe. Very, very good teammates with the super speedways. We work together a lot, and I mean that is showing.
Yeah,
To,
I'll let you focus on this pit entry real quick though, and then I'll let you talk after that.
Damn.
Yeah, that was a interesting pit stop for some guys, but you know, obviously you guys are controlling the race exactly how you wanted. I mean, it's pretty much been said since the beginning of the season, even from the duels, is that, you know, Canadian Motorsports, you guys wanted to control the race, control the lines for Daytona, control the lines for all super speedways, and you guys are doing that, you know, perfectly right here. You know, what is it going to be able to take to get around you guys? Because obviously, you know, you don't have Nicholas Road here, who has been the best out of the out of everybody at Canadian Motorsports on the super speedways this week. And you guys only have two of you. What's it going to take to be able to defend everybody else?
Um, a lot of luck. Cannot deny that. And just controlling, doing what we've been doing. Nick, I mean, learned a lot from what he did, and learned a lot from pushing, getting pushed from him, and just controlling the races. And the reason he won those is because we controlled the races. So less cars, but more knowledge. So
Yeah, well, you know, we'll send you back. You know,
yeah,
it's a good chance we'll probably speak to you again soon.
hopefully.
All right, I'll send you back.
All right.
You were in Tricon VC, correct? All right, good talk. Oh, he's there. Wait. Oh, he is gone. Okay, well, he did it for me. Well, we'll be coming to 1 to green here as Travis Prather stays out. Carmelo Echevarria will be on his outside coming to this restart. And Prather, when was he pitted last? He had to pit on the last caution. Good chance these guys cannot. They were able to go about 30-ish to 33 laps of fuel during the duels on last Friday, and you know we got a 30-lap stage here. So let's see if these guys can make it. Travis Prather probably gonna need to save a little bit of fuel if he wants to make it to the end of the stage. Colby Duckworth, not Colby Duckworth, the 39 car of Kai Collymore takes no tires on that pit stop, I believe, and jumps up all the way to 5th place or 6th place, 3rd line on the outside line, and he will be very aggressive on this restart as he always is, and he is the first car. Him and Colby Duckworth are the first 2 cars that pitted. The top 4 stayed out under that caution. Brink is, yeah, he's on pit road. He's very badly damaged. And we got 20 cars left in this race right now. Jacob Quill out of the race. You know, just hate to see it for him. You know, Peter Hoppy, especially with him as well. You know, it's a former champion and a very good restrictor plate racer. And I mean, it sucks for him. And especially being in a part-time ride, the races you show up to, you want to make count. And just a little bit of unluckiness with him today. And Travis Prather, who was up front all last Friday of the duels, out front again. Green flag in the air. The start of stage 2 at Daytona for the Classical Showdown. Great start from Prather. Does not go up to the block. Carmelo Echevarria, who was also out the front all last Friday, getting pushed by Pete Tart in that Cash Culp Racing 57 car. As Kai Collymore, like I said, being aggressive, trying to go to that middle line. Kai Collymore with his teammate getting pushed right in the middle of the track. 3 guys on the outside, 2 in the middle, everybody else on the bottom. 3 guys now in the middle line, they're rolling. 3 wide going into turn 3 here. Never mind, Carmelo backed out. And he's almost driving on the wall. Everybody starts to figure it out. This could be the stage where they go single file racing. And they just try to chill out. Prather will lead his first laps of his UIS career in an actual points paying race, and he gets a bad push. Has to come back up the track. Pete Tart gives him a bad push. Unlikely thing for Pete Tart to do, and now 40XLI gets to control the lines. Just how Canadian Motorsports in 2311 were able to as well. 40XLI, the sponsor of the Contender Series. Their 2 guys are 1-2 right now, leading both the lines, able to control this race. How well is that teamwork going to be able to be with Kai Collymore? He's had teammate issues in the past with Jacob Quill and a few others. And we got lots of spread out racing, and look how spread out these guys are. This is the farthest back guy compared to everybody at the front. You know, they could be losing the draft, and they probably just did. Kai Collymore will lead his first laps of the season as well. 27 to go in the stage. 39.58 on the bottom and the top. And if Kai's smart, he'll slide up right here, and he'll just get that shove from his teammate and be able to drop right back down going into 3. He will not slide up. Bad pushes from Travis Prather. And off of turn number 4, here they come to the line. Kai Collymore will lead the lap. He's been rolling on that bottom line. He's been so fast all speed week, just hasn't had the luck or a little bit of the smarts as he should have had. He was, you know, pretty decently slow in the clashes. He's not the greatest in the next gen car. If his best car is anything, it's probably the Xfinity car. Travis Prather, a little bit of front end damage. Could have gotten involved in that last wreck. We don't really know. We have a pretty solid sized pack right here, about 14 cars. Jose Aguilar loses the pack. Kai Collymore leading the charge. And now what can Jackson Brown and Kobe Duckworth do as they've fallen all the way back to like 8th and 9th. Those 2 are going to have to get up there. Probably saving a little bit of fuel right now. So they can have a quicker pit stop under the stage break if we have a if we can make it all the way to the stage break under green flag. Probably won't happen knowing this car and how aggressive this field is. Zachary Trevino, nobody else out of his team to help him out today. It's going to be a struggle to see if we can see that 2 car in victory lane. But he is a former Daytona winner in the UIS 500 2 seasons ago. The last lap pass, he's finished great historically in the Classical Showdown, as they'll be about to lap Logan Brink the first and only two-time champion in the Universal iRacing Series. Logan Brink hugs it right on that wall. Everybody will be able to get around him with ease. Big run for that outside line. It really hurt the bottom. And TJ Moon gonna try to drop down. Not clear. Bad push from Echevarria. He's trying to slide up. Zachary Trevino shoves Carmelo out of the way. And Carmelo will have to fall all the way to the back. That was almost another huge wreck at Daytona. And mark my words, there won't be more than 10 guys with a clean car by the end of this race with how they're driving. There is still almost about 90-ish laps to go, about 85 laps to go, and these guys have not slowed down at all. And Gavin Austin throws Carmelo into the outside wall. What are we doing? Oh, it's not Gavin Austin, it's James Cesar, sorry. No, just used to Gavin Austin being an absolute hack. Yes, Kendra Davis got a fresh, clean car now with an opportunity to go get back to the front as Kai Collymore leading the charge still. Jackson Brown and Colby Duckworth goes in the middle, trying to get back to the front. Colby Duckworth goes to the bottom. Jackson Brown stays middle. We're going to be 3 wide here. Zach immediately drops to the middle line, and TJ Moon will fall to the back. No help from anybody here today, it seems. If you make one minor mistake, it's a long road out all the way to the back of the field, or wherever you can slide in at. And nobody is willing to give for anybody. Jackson Brown hard pushes for the 58 car. As Colby Duckworth starting to think, hey, maybe I should have stayed up there as well. Now Travis Prather goes to the outside line. He will lead that middle line. Jackson Brown goes all the way by the wall, and he drives it into the outside wall. And yet again, another guy goes to the outside and gets sent all the way to the back almost. As he gets lucky, finds a gap. 22 laps to go on the stage. Prather, Collymore leading the charge. Pete Tart, one of the better guys in this league, and being a rookie, based off of iRating, is almost like a 6,000 iRating. So it's more than likely he's going to be up at the front a lot this season. And we don't have really... We only really have 2 lanes barely, and lots of guys have lost the field. Gavin Austin, you know, he's in there. We got a... Oh, Gavin Austin's a lap down. That's why he's showing up like that. Yeah, Gavin Austin's the first car lap down. He'll be racing Logan Brink for that lucky dog spot. Logan Brink in that 3 Dale Senior paint scheme. In that Bass Pro Shops car. And Gavin Austin, that 17 right there. You know, those 2 racing for the lucky dog. And they're catching up to another lap car here. That Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Ford Mustang. I don't know necessarily who that is, but he just got put a lap down. There's no 21. Oh, there is a 21 in my thing. But Logan Brink and Gavin Austin, the race for the lucky dog. Logan Brink will go to the outside line. And you got to try something. You can't just sit around behind that 17 and expect to be able to go get that lucky dog spot. And he's got a fresh car now, and we know how good he is at any track. He even said it himself last week. If he doesn't win, at restrictor plates, he either wins or he ends up flipping. So we'll see what happens with him, as we have 20 cars on the lead lap. Tanner Mann, the last guy on the lead lap, and everybody's back with the field now. Hard pushing from everybody. Zachary Trevino, a little bit of connection issues, as he's had that a little bit as of recently. Blinking pretty bad, that 2 car on that outside. Could be hindering him a little bit. Yeah, Travis Prather with a pretty good amount of right front damage right there. That could be bad for him leading. He's got a little bit of aero damage. But he's getting some big shots from Eric Labambard. I don't know how to say that, you know, so we're going to try. Kylie Moore been leading this whole stage pretty much, and we got guys going the outside. Zachary Trevino, Jackson Brown going the outside. Teammates in the Cup Series trying to make it 3 wide here. They're going to have James Cesar behind as James want to file in with James Cesar, his driver of the 2 car. That's his team owner. Zachary Trevino's team owner is James Cesar, because James, go up there and go help him. Doesn't really seem like it. They're immediately just going to drop right back in. They tried it, did not work. And Jackson Brown tried it a lot during the duels. Didn't really work any of those times. Logan Brink, look at the battle between him and the 17. Getting super close. Prather getting a big run going into the corner. He's right on that outside. If he side drives just a little bit and can get the right angle on the exit, he could clear Kylie Moore going into turn 1 if he gets a good push. And he gets a great push. Is he going to be clear in the tri-oval? No, he gets a pretty big bump into there. They are still side by side. Kylie Moore will lead the lap. Oh, the battle for the Lucky Dog is getting very close as Logan Brink is right on the door of the guy he needs to get around. The 3 car just trying to stay out of trouble, trying to get back on the lead lap as he knows how good he can be if he gets the opportunity to. And realistically, we might only have one more caution to end this race, and that'll be at the stage break at the end of lap 56, I believe. Stage break is end of lap 55. So we're getting there. They got about 13 to go in the stage, and Kylie Moore has been out front the whole time. Prather leading this outside line. There's a chance he could not make it on fuel, as he was one of those guys that stayed out on that last caution with the 57 as well. Jackson Brown and Colby Duckworth control the lines on the first stage. Second stage, it's been 40XLI controlling the lines, except for obviously Prather. But Prather comes down a little bit on Pete Tart. Zachary Trevino trying to bid up the run on the outside line. Does Jackson Brown go with him? No, he does not. Zach goes all the way by the wall. His team owner going out there to try to go save him. He lets him slide right back in. James Cesar, first ever race for Riga Redline Racing. As they have some promising hopes going into this season. Zachary Trevino, obviously a guy that can contend and win championships. Hasn't had the best of luck for championship-wise in recent history, but good chance he could go out there and go win one with how wide open the door is for this Contender Series with, Finnegan Myers not showing up that much, Nicholas Martinez Jr. maybe not being able to show up as much. Lots of guys leaving to go to the Cup Series. I mean, it's going to be between him, Pete Tart, and a few other guys. I mean, you could even throw Jackson Brown in that conversation as well. I mean, Kendorian Davis also. No Wyatt Thompson tonight either. The defending champion has not showed up tonight. He's going to try to defend his belt going into this season. That's his goal, defend it. Logan Brink is still close to Gavin Austin, trying to get there. Still a little bit of rear damage for that 3 car. Could be hurting him in the corners a little bit, especially these Xfinity cars. Naturally very loose, could also be loose at Daytona. might not be able to take the pushes as well, just off of the air effect on that rear bumper. Pete Tart with a little bit of a blink on the bottom. That can be huge for Prather. He's going to get the run off of turn 4. Collymore still out in front. That damage for the 58. Or the 60. Definitely hurting that outside line, as they should have easily cleared at one point or another. Trevino's still dealing with a little bit of connection issues. 5th car on the outside line. Prather, big run on the outside. Is this finally the opportunity? Bad push from Pete Tart. Is this finally the chance that Prather needed to get to the bottom? No, it is not. Collymore still prevails, and just that damage on the 60 leading the line just cannot do it. Unless he's got somebody right on his rear bumper, they're not going anywhere. Nine laps to go on the stage at Daytona. Jackson Brown gets shuffled out to the wall, and it's going to be a long road to the back. Nope, he's got some help on the outside. The 99 of TJ Moon says it's time to go. Well, what does Zachary Trevino do here? This could be very big based on what line gets the run. Does he go all the way by the wall, or does he go to the middle? 3x3 at the line. This will be the race for the stage more than likely. And can all 3 lines hold this up for the rest of the stage? Jackson Brown had issues in the duels, driving into the outside wall. While there, Colby Duckworth going up there. He's going to go try to help him more than likely. Or does he go to the middle? Duckworth's going to get the run. Does he go to the outside? No, he will stay there in the middle. Jackson Brown trying to side draft Prather as hard as he can going into turn 3. Still 3 wide. Jackson Brown really pinching that middle line. If he just can get the right push, he's going to have a huge run down the front straightaway. We're 3x3 at the line yet again. There's only 2 cars on the outside, and if Duckworth just jumps up there, they could go maybe make a run at it, but he's staying put on the middle. Prather comes up, hits Jackson Brown. That could do it for the outside line. And does Duckworth let the 96 in line? If it has to come down to that point. Battle for the lucky dog also really close. Logan Brink right on the quarter panel to 17. 1 car separates them. Is Jackson Brown not giving up just yet? This racing has been so close and so good all night long. Jackson side draft from the middle line. The middle line trying to side draft the inside line. 5 to go in the stage. We're coming to 5 to go. Jackson Brown just needs a little bit more help. There, all 3 of them are all even going into turn 3. Is this finally the time that the outside line can work when they're 3 wide? Collymore still with the advantage on the bottom. Also with the temps of the 99, is he gonna overheat soon? And that could be the detrimental to it, to that line. Collymore clear of everybody. He has the choice of what to do. Jackson Brown goes into the wall, and I think they're starting to overheat, and they're going to start to fall back. Can Colby Duckworth let Jackson Brown in? That's the plan, and that works. That was definitely just a safety option for Duckworth to be up there. That's why Jackson Brown stayed up there for so long. Coming to 4 to go in the stage. Collymore trying to go win his first stage ever. What we see in the trucks as well is lots of guys being able to give air really well, so temperatures stay down. I think we've been seeing that pretty well tonight too. Is look at Kai running a whole line above the 57, giving him that air on that bottom line. Lets him cool down probably 10 or 15 degrees, so Tart can immediately get right back on that bumper and shove him going into the next corner. What we've seen in the trucks is that you could shove for about a full lap. So say you started on the start-finish line, you could shove for a full lap. And then going into turn 1, that next lap, you would start to overheat. If you gave the temps, you could just do it over and over as Collymore gives a little bit of air to him in turns 3 as well. But he gives a lot of air going into 1 and 2, and Travis Prather will lead that lap. Tart lagging a little bit. Jackson Brown going to go all the way up to that third line. And we'll be coming to 2 to go in the stage. They're 3 wide still. The 99 up there. Jackson Brown getting up there trying to shove him. This is Daytona. The wreck is going to happen soon, more than likely. Big pushing from to Kai Collymore. 3 wide going into turn number 3. Coming to 2 to go in the stage. You know, a few people made the good suggestion of bringing in stages. I was one of them, and I think this is why. You will never see this if it's just 120 laps. It'll just be single file racing, but now they have something to race for. 2 to go in stage number 2. They're still 3 wide. Big pushing from the 96 Toyota to the 99 of TJ Moon. TJ Moon making his debut today as well as Travis Prather. 3 by 3 down the back straightaway. That battle for the lucky dog, they're side by side as well between Logan Brink and Gavin Austin. And we'll be coming to 1 to go on the stage. I hope they can make it to the line to end the stage. The outside line's starting to fall just a little bit. Collymore, big push, big wreck, crash, coming to the line. Caution is out. Collymore, stage 2 winner. Duckworth destroyed. What happened? Duckworth goes into the wall right there. I think this is caused by a Pete Tart push. So Collymore is looking at that inside line, second car on the inside. Yeah, just a bad push into Prather. And everything at the back, I don't know what that was from, but a big wreck. Zachary Trevino involved, Gavin Austin involved, the 40 car involved, everybody's involved. Logan Brink just crawls his way through it there, as we'll see Pete Tart's POV right there. I'm going to pause it because I want to get the correct camera. I want to get on board with Pete Tart because I have a feeling. See the 57's on board. See if there's a bad push to Collymore that almost caused the wreck. Yeah, I just hit him on a bad angle. Almost caused a huge wreck. Let's try to see who caused this one. As we see the 01 of James Cesar go around. To the onboard of the 01. I'll just check ups and he tries to slide up, but there's a guy on the outside, and yeah, at that point you're just in it and you're in for the ride. Everybody on pit road now. We will get a confirmation on our stage winner in just a moment. And we'll see the race off of pit road. Everybody down pit road this time. Race off pit road. Pete Tart or TJ Moon will win it, and he'll be the control car. Travis Prather does not fix the damage. We'll get a confirmation from Max Ford on the stage winner. We'll get them in for an interview. TJ Moon wins the stage. Unbelievable. Wow. He goes on the outside with Jackson Brown, and he ends up winning the stage. If he's in a voice chat, I will bring him in, but I don't think he's in one. He's not. I'll bring in Kai Collymore. If I can. I cannot. Okay, so that's not gonna work. So I guess we're just not gonna do an interview right here, guys. You know, a great stage win for TJ Moon in his first ever races. He will be coming to the 1 to green, and it's a full race to the finish now. TJ Moon takes the inside line. Zachary Trevino gets out at pit road, rear end damage, clear as day. And now Jackson Brown has the opportunity to go make moves by himself, as he has no more teammate now, as it seems Duckworth out of the race. That's a weird glitch that the tires are just spinning. Logan Brink on the lead lap gets the free pass. Trying to see pit stop. And just look at that in the box between Jackson Brown and Kai Collymore. I mean, that's just not going to get you off pit road. Travis Prather and TJ Moon. Almost a second difference between those two. In and out of pit road. It'll be on Moon in the restart zone as we'll go green once more. They will have to pit one more time at least, with over 60 laps remaining at the World Center of Racing. Moon needs a good start here. Can he stay up front? Green flag is in the air once more. We're live at Daytona. Good jump for the inside line. Great jump for Travis Prather as well. Jackson Brown going to be able to get right on the bumper going into turn number 1. With help from Kendorian Davis. Kai Collymore, an aggressive pusher. Does that necessarily mean a good pusher? No. He will shove the crap out of you, and if I'm TJ Moon, I'm immediately getting off that line. I'm just going to go chill out. Because most of these guys, they're going to try to save fuel. You can make it on one more stop. You go out there and you sit middle of the pack, you save fuel, you let the guys at the front burn your fuel, you have a shorter pit box time, and guess what? Then you can be at the front of the track. And this field is all sorts of spread out here. Logan Brink all by himself on the outside line, falling back deeply, and they're starting to create that single file train. I think it's starting to hit everybody that they know, what's at stake now. Jackson Brown without his teammate or affiliate driver, as Kobe Duckworth is driving for 40XLI and Jackson Brown is driving for his own team in Canadian Motorsports, but they are affiliates. They all work together in super speedways, and it's still a teammate at heart. As we got some real close, this looks like the duels again with just a bunch of just a small pack. As Everybody's all unorganized back there. I think they're wrecking at the back. Almost. And TJ Moon will lead the lap and 61 laps to go. As we are halfway done with this race, and it's been a crazy one. It's been a lot of double file, 3 wide, hard racing. We have yet to go in a single file line today. We will see that a lot tomorrow. A lot of single file racing tomorrow night at Daytona. It is a 200 lap race at Daytona. And my corrections, this is the full distance of what the Xfinity Series runs. I, for some reason, thought it was 300 laps. It's 300 miles. So that's just an idiot moment by me. Jackson Brown understands what's about to happen. He drops back. He's going to try to go save some fuel. And the single file line will start to happen. Who will win the 6th edition of the Classical Showdown here at Daytona? Not much help on the outside. Everybody else is on the bottom except for those two. Prather gets put 3 wide almost. No, he does not anymore. Man, just looking at those cars roar. Yeah, I'm looking at that car. Crap, my cameras are not working. My cameras aren't working. My cameras aren't working. There we go. TJ Moon still out in front here at Daytona. Very single filed out now. At this point, 2 guys on the outside line. At this point, they might as well just drop back because Logan Brink's going to go up there actually to go help him out. It's Contender Davis. He knows better than just go sit around and push for no reason. He's going to try to, save some fuel whenever he can. Look at Jackson Brown. He drops all the way back there, but it's going to help him. He's going to go back there. He's in 10th place right now. He's going to save that fuel, probably half throttle most of the track. There's a lot of spread out racing right now. The 15th place is almost 2 seconds off of the leader. And they have lost the draft. Zachary Trevino trying to get back there. 48 car, the sub for Nicholas Martinez Jr. getting shoved as well. And Travis Prather side by side with TJ Moon. Logan Brink up to the outside line now, right on the back bumper of Kendorian Davis, who's right on the back bumper of Travis Prather in that Chicago Bears 60 car. And the 60 just can't lead the outside line. He just doesn't have the arrow that these other guys have, and I don't know how they're gonna be able to clear the bottom. It honestly might be worth it just to go past him. Go right around his outside, and they're not doing that. They got the 48 car going up there to go help him, and TJ Moon drops up to Travis Prather. He's done with that 39 pushing, or maybe he's just getting aggressive here. He stays out there with the 60. They're gonna have a big run off of turn 4, and bad pushing from Prather. This is what Prather needs to help. He can't lead the line. He can push it, though. Going into turn 1 on lap 66 of 120. 300 miles tonight. Some of these guys are running 300 miles today, and they're running 500 miles tomorrow night. Collymore leading that bottom line. They touch going into the exit, or on the exit of the tri-oval. Side by side on the back straightaway. Maybe this was a mistake for the 99. Why would you go up there? Unless you're worried of... Oh, I got a message. Why would you go up there unless you're... going to, you know, like, try to just let those guys go by and just save fuel. But he can clear back to the bottom now. And these guys are racing very hard. Everybody's caught up now. Besides the guys at the way back. But we get 14 cars together. Let's look at see if I can see them. See if I can see something. Heck, how am I pushing them way out there? I want to be able to compare. I just can't compare guys at the back. Now look at these guys at the back. They're going 185 miles per hour. The guys at the front going 181. So they are going, like, with the draft, they are going a little bit quicker. Obviously, my goal is to be able to see, like, first place speed compared to guys like in like 10th. Bad push for Prather. Prather comes across the nose of Kai Kellymore. Big wreck in the back. Caution is out again, I think. Travis Prather makes another costly mistake. No, we stay green. Just get a quick replay. Going into turn 1. Prather just gets a big shot from behind from Kendra Davis. Saves it. The shot's coming down to Kai Kellymore. Look at this save from the 60 car. He locks it down, doesn't come up across the track, and keeps it pointing in the correct direction. And now he makes another costly mistake, just as he did in the duels. And the duels one costed him a front row start, potentially. And now, TJ Moon still out front. Logan Brink pushing Ken Dorian Davis on that outside line. Gavin Austin about to go a lap down. Puts it in the outside, or James Cesar going a lap down again. Lots of damage for that L1 car. Just throws it into the outside wall. Ken Dorian Davis, the pole sitter, gets it back to the front of the pack. And what are these guys at the back? When do they pit? Because we've seen guys in the duels with Jackson Brown and Canadian Motorsports and 23XI. They all pitted as early as possible to make it to the end on fuel. It did not work in the long run. they were multiple seconds slower. But in the truck series, when guys were side by side like this, they all pitted at the same time as soon as they could on the final pit stop, and they caught them and they gapped them by like 2 or 3 seconds. So big strategy decisions coming for most of these guys, but most of these guys at the front probably are going to pit together anyway. But the guys at the back, they might got to make a strategy call. They might got to throw a dart at the wall. And still out front is Kai Collymore with TJ Moon, as they've been up front this entire race except for that first stage. Pete Tart's been the pusher of everybody all night long. That 57's been right up there, just hasn't been able to get to the lead yet. Kai Collymore will emerge as the leader once again off of turn 2, but can Dorian Davis get the big enough run to get TJ Moon right back there going into 3? And I don't think Moon wants anything to do with Collymore pushing him, and if it comes down to it, we know how aggressive Kai can be at the end of the races. And Jose Aguilar, another guy that Jackson Brown was working with, he's right around him. He's right in front of him, actually, on the bottom line. Jose Aguilar in that Nicholas Road looking paint, or that Nicholas Martinez Jr. looking paint scheme on that outside line. He's all the way up there. I'm pretty sure he's working with Jackson Brown, if I can go check real quick. No, he's not. Jackson Brown is nobody besides Colby Duckworth, so that's very bad for him. Zachary Trevino is with him, and everybody going to the bottom line now. Kendra Davis is going to drop all the way back, save what fuel he can save, and we'll be single file through the whole entire field here at Daytona. And let's listen to the car from Jackson Brown, who's in 6th place. Just listen to this engine sound in the draft to safe throttle. No, not even near full throttle right now. Completely off the gas. And then let's listen to the engine of Kai Collymore. I mean, just listen to this. That's full throttle, hammered down. I mean, even Pete Tart in 2nd place. Pretty full throttle. The fuel saving is a big factor of restrictor plate racing, and Zach is obviously having to push as well, but Kendra Davis all the way back here, he can really do what he wants to do here. Look at the banking here at Daytona. That's just... We got guys going on the outside now. And here they come with a big run. It's Cody Gibson, his first time here out front at Daytona. Pushing a lap car, it seems. Who is he pushing? He's pushing Tanner Marr, who's a lap down, and he pushes him from 2 laps down to 1 lap down. Is Cody Gibson, the 13 Cheetos car, is the guy that's battling the 39. The 4 car is interfering with this battle. This could be very important of a battle. Kyler remains out front yet again. And we'll be seeing pit stops in about the next 15 to 20 laps, more than likely, if they can make it that far. This racing has just been so good all night long. These cars never fail to disappoint on super speedways. This is probably the best car iRacing offers on super speedway style tracks, and it's been nothing more than great all night long. You know, 2 and 3 wide racing the entire night long. Jackson Brown going all the way to the outside. He thinks it's time to go. It's just been amazing racing at the front, even at the back. We've had 3 big wrecks in this one, and there's still a lot of guys to go. Travis Prather about to go a lap down, which it sucks for him, but he's going to be able to be the lucky dog if he can hold his line. He's going to hold his line on the bottom. Everybody's got to try to go around him. This is causing chaos, and around goes Collymore. No, he saves it. And now Jackson Brown going to go around. He will not save it. Caution will be coming out right now. Jackson Brown goes around. And just, I mean, you cannot blame Travis Prather for this. It's the goal for everybody else. It's like a GTP and a GT3 and endurance. Your goal is to pass the guy cleanly. He doesn't have to move out of the way for you. He can hold his line. As the 14 just comes up and a Brown just gets into the wall. It comes down the track, and this car is just super, super light and just goes around. And we will be under caution again. 48 car of Jose Aguilar very badly damaged, but this could be our final pit stop of the race if some guys can save the fuel how they would like. And this is big for Travis Prather. If he didn't make contact right there with those guys, he should be the lucky dog, I believe. So we'll go take a look at the 60 car. So Gavin Austin, James Cesar is a lap down. Prather is 1 lap down. It says, my overlay says he is the lucky dog. Jose Aguilar, bad damage for that 48. That could be day over. Trevino stays out of that one. Just look at everybody's car. Jackson Brown, a little bit of rear damage for him. Kendra Davis, car looks perfectly fine after that first wreck. Everybody else in front of him besides Prather. I think this is time for Prather to get his damage fixed. You're going to be able to get back on the lead lap. You had the opportunity to go get your damage fixed. Why not why not go and do that? And we do indeed have pit stops. We'll see who can win the race off pit road. Contender Davis will take tires on this pit stop. This is going to be potentially the last stop of the race. So we got guys on the race off pit road. Pete Tart will win it, followed by Kai Kellymore. And now the 13 car of Cody Gibson, Henry Kaloff, and then Ken Dorian Davis follow suit. Zachary Trevino, everybody else on pit road for a long time. So 6 cars have clean cars, no damage at all. The rest of these guys on pit road are fixing their damage. For some reason it says pit exit is closed. That's what that red light means. Don't necessarily understand why. But who will be the next car to get off? If they get off the pit road as here comes the 14. And then Logan Brink will follow now. So I didn't want to leave pit road camera. Okay. Well, I guess iRacing did not want me to look at pit road camera anymore. We got Travis Prather, who's going to be the free pass, and he'll be able to get that. So he does not get the lucky dog as he makes contact. It's a stupid rule in iRacing and how they have it. But if you have any type of incident, a 0x for a contact, a 1x for an off track, or anything like that, it will be automatically you don't get your free pass. As Pete Tart finally gets his way to the lead. Pete Tart with damage on the rear end as well. Most of these guys out here have damage. As long as you don't get that front end damage, you should be pretty okay. Obviously, the pushing might be a little suspect going into the corners, as you know how light this car is and how easy it is to spin this car out. In the rear end, at most tracks, if you have rear end damage, it's game over. You're gonna go into that corner, you're gonna slide, and you're gonna eventually spin out. Even at Daytona, if somebody gets right on your rear, they could easily take the air off of you and cause a big wreck. So you gotta make sure that does not happen in these final closing laps. And we have less than 40 laps remaining. These guys potentially could make it to the end of the race on fuel if they save enough. They got about 35 in the tank, more than likely. Or they could be running, I think it might be 100% fuel, saying it's a 100% distance race, so they probably are good to go on fuel to end this thing. I'm gonna try to take a look if I can, see how much fuel they have in the car, percentage-wise. I have time. I can see. They have 100% of the fuel in the car. They can go to the end of the race on fuel. They do not need to make a pit stop again. They can push as hard as they need to get to this end of this race. As we'll have 36 laps to go. And green flag back in the air. Big restart for the 57. Kai Collymore going to be right on the door of him in the 13 going into turn number 1. He's right on the door of the 13 right now. Ken Dorian Davis loses touch with the 13 as he's going to have a big run. When do people start to file out on the outside? Jackson Brown goes to the outside. Logan Brink will go to the outside as well. These guys don't trust anybody around them. They're trying to get to the front, and they're going to try to stay at the front. Zachary Trevino way back there. He's still trying to get back up to the front of the pack too. He knows how fast he can be at the end of these races. Big pushing from Kai Collymore. Or to Kai Collymore from the 63 of Henry Kaloff. Kai drops to the bottom, back to the lead here at Daytona. Pete Tart with a little bit of connection issues. Less than 35 laps to go, or coming to 35 to go here at Daytona. Jackson Brown third in line on the outside. He's been up front all night long. Is this his finally his chance to go get another win in the UIS. And his first in so long. And it'll be his first win in multiple years. The 13 not giving room to that 21 car on the outside. And Jackson Brown will close the door on the 13. Is not letting him go 4 wide. 99 at TJ Moon going to the bottom as well. Kai Collymore leading the inside. Henry Kaloff leading the outside. Henry Kaloff leading the race. Side by side racing as we've seen that through the first 86 laps. Will we see it through the final 34 of them? That 39's been up for all night long. This could be his day. Jackson Brown been in that top 5 all race long as well. Almost winning that first stage. Could have won the second stage as well. Pushed the guy to the win of the stage. Logan Brink was up front a little bit early in the race. He got caught in a couple wrecks, and look where he's at back up to now with a big comeback for the 3 car. And Kaloff will lead the lap. No, he will not. It'll be Collymore that leads the lap. And we've seen that a lot tonight. Kai Collymore probably going to be able to secure the most laps led bonus point in this one. Collymore should jump up to the outside line right now because they're going to have a big run off of the corner. He's going to stay on the bottom. Everybody in the field is on the bottom of the track except for one little group. 5 cars. TJ Moon in the 99, a lap down. Wonder what happened to him right there. Zachary Trevino at the back, but he's caught up in this field. He's going to try to save a little bit of fuel just in case for those overtime restarts. As we have 5 overtimes on the thing. There might be 6. 6 tire sets and 5 overtimes. So we have a bunch of opportunities to get this race to finish under green flag. If it comes down to it, the 13 going all the way to the outside of Cody Gibson. Kaloff will clear to the bottom with Kai Collymore. Kai Collymore will be pushing the 63 now. And Logan Brink leading the outside line. Him and Jackson Brown. These two have been here for so long. They know how to work together at super speedways. As Logan Brink right on the door of Kaloff. Going into turn number 1. Can Logan Brink get his way back to the front of the field? Coming to 30 laps to go. Oh, there's a timer on my screen. I'm just going to see if this is actually on iRacing screen as well. Okay, no, it's not. iRacing just being... we're just being dumb. Okay. It said that there was 25 minutes left in the race. I didn't know if there was a timing mistake or a timing error with the session being made where the timer would run out before the race ended, but we're all good. There's a 3-hour timer on the race, and the race has been going on for about an hour and a half now. So 30 laps to go now. 63 of Henry Kaloff out front for the first time today. Logan Brink back up to the front of the field. What is he going to be able to do on this outside line now? He was 0.2 faster than Kaloff that last lap. Going all the way to the outside is the 99 of TJ Moon, a lap down, trying to go get his lap back. All that's doing is just helping the bottom line out. Maybe he's the guy that needed to lead that outside line at the end of the stage. That's the reason why they were able to get up to the front where he could win the stage. He definitely got involved in that last caution. Just probably had the damage, couldn't get out of pit road in time. Ken Norton Davis back up to 4th place, or 4th car in the bottom. hard racing back here. We have 14 cars in the lead lap, and James Cesar is the last one, and he's all by himself with a bunch of damage. Zachary Trevino, besides that, is the 13th place car, and he's on the lead lap as well. Travis Prather trying to make his way back to the front. He's right behind Gavin Austin, who is 2 laps down. Bad luck today for Gavin. And Kai Collymore back to the lead somehow again. You just look at the screen. This 39 40XLI Ford Mustang is always up at the front of the field. Logan Brink gets split 3 wide by a lap car. Trying to race his way back on the lead lap. Can Kendra Davis let him down, or does Davis let it play out? And Logan, if he does not either get some help on the outside, he's going to be all the way at the back. Yep, and the 93 Richard Myers drops down as well. Oh wait, no, it's not Richard Myers. Who is that in the Jimmy John's car? Who is the 21? It's Benjamin Hagstrom. He's 16 laps down, but he's out here still racing. He was pushing Logan Brink at the front, but now Logan Brink has no help on the outside line besides a lap car and a lead lap car getting pushed on the outside. Probably teammates working together trying to get his teammate back on the lead lap who won the stage. But Logan Brink still able to hold it on the outside even with nobody behind him with the draft. But what is he going to be able to do? Is Gavin Austin going the outside now? Outside line starting to form. 26 to go. These drivers are starting to feel it. They can feel the intensity starting to ramp up. As they know any mistake can be costly. I mean, Travis Prather, perfect example. The duels leads the entire thing basically. Makes one mistake and falls from like first to like last. Tonight, up at the front, makes one mistake, tries to clear. Thought he was clear, but he wasn't, and he falls a whole lap down. One mistake can end your race, especially with no fast repair. Logan Brink just lets the 99 get in front of him. He's going to try to shove him now. So we got a lap car leading the outside line. 99 is not in the lead lap. Kai Kellmer gets air in the 63 on the straightaway. But any mistake can end your race easily. Jose Aguilar still on pit road. Just looking at a couple of these guys. Carmelo Chivaro, who was up at the front earlier, laps down. James Cesar, 2 laps down. Gavin Austin as well, 2 laps down. And TJ Moon is a lap down. Leading that outside line, and if you're Gavin Austin, you're really praying that this 99 can get to the front. Because if he can get to the front and then you can get a caution that comes out, you're 2 laps out and you get your lap back. So you'll be 1 lap down with a huge opportunity to get back on the lead lap and go and win this race. As you know, Gavin Austin is crazy aggressive, but both times he's been here at Daytona in the UAS, he's won. Was not able to show up to the duels, and we got a big wreck. Pete Tart into the outside wall. Caution is out again. The 57 goes around, and we're under yellow. Once more, it's a quick replay from Pete Tart's angle, the 57 car. Just what happens here. That 3rd car in line on the bottom. Is he just going to push from Ken, or does he just try to slide up? No, the 21 gets a bad push from the 13. Yeah, that'll do it. See if the 13's on board. See it's on board from the 13, as he'll be able to see the whole thing. And we'll look at Ken Doran's on board next. As he just gets the run off at the corner. That 57 right there on the bottom, that's Pete Tart. And just gives him a bad push, and 21 goes into him, and yeah. Look at Ken Doran Davis is on board. And we go green, we'll have less than 20 laps to go. As Ken Doran sees this entire thing unfold right in front of him. There's that 21, there's the push. Maybe a little bit of netcode help as well from him. And now do you come down to top off on field just in case of a green-white checkered Prather? Does G come down to come fix his damage? And here comes Kai Collymore. Nope, he's going to fake everybody else out. Race control says half a tally for the 13 car with a little bit of netcode between him and Pete Tart. As we'll give you a little bit of rundown of the tally system, guys. So the tally system is made to create, you know, penalties from, like, not just saying, okay, yeah, you caused this wreck, you get a penalty. The tally system is basically if it's a racing incident, it's hard racing or netcode or something like that. On those lines, it could either be nothing or, depending on the race control, it could be half a tally. And half a tally is really, you know, it's just nothing. It's just a racing incident. But if you get a full tally, that's an EOL penalty. If you end up getting 2, that's a drive-through. And if you get that third one, that's going to be you getting parked for the race, which we've had one person, I believe, in the full season we've used the tally system get parked for a race, and that's it. But it's been good so far. Obviously, there's a couple times where, you know, some guys get a tally that they don't think that they deserve to get one, and they get an EOL penalty for it. Kai Collymore saving fuel on that apron. Got that clutch shoved in. More than likely, let's go listen to his onboard. No, he just got it. So he might not be the smartest person ever. He's in second gear, rolling around. If you want to save the fuel, you got to put that thing in fourth gear and shut out that clutch. I mean, or is that just how everybody is? No, it's not. Jackson Brown's on fifth gear right now. Look at those RPMs. 5,000 RPMs for Jackson Brown. Look at the RPMs for Kai Collymore. 8,000. All it's doing for Kai is just burning fuel. If you want to save fuel, you need to be in either fourth gear and let it roll around like that, or you need to be in, or you need to have that clutch in. Kai Collymore will take the bottom lane though on this restart, and you know that could be bad for him if it comes onto a green-white checkered. TJ Moon back on the lead lap as well. Zachary Trevino fix up his damages. He got a clean car now. Front end looks good, besides just a little bit of dirt on it. Maybe the right front scraped a little bit, and the back end pretty messed up for that 2 car. And Logan Brink's probably doing it the right way too. Now, yeah, look at that. 5,000 RPMs. Kai Collymore, 8,000. Henry, 8,000. So Gavin Austin did not get the free pass. TJ Moon was almost to the front of the field, in front of the leader, but maybe 5 seconds later he would have been in front of the 39. But caution comes out, not in front of him. We'll be going green yet again. It'll be on Collymore in the restart zone. And here they come. It's on Collymore in the restart zone. This is a big, very, very big restart for the 39. 20 laps to go. Kai Collymore in the restart zone. He's going again. Green flag in the air once more. Is this the final time for the green flag in the air? Will the yellow flag come out one more time? Who knows? We've seen great hard racing all night long. Zachary Trevino on the outside line, all the way at the front. Got very lucky with how iRacing decided that gridding spot, and he's way up there. We got 11 guys on the lead lap, 11 guys in the field pretty much at this point. Everybody damaged or out. We started with 30 cars, because Max Ford is the race control. So we started with 30 cars. Now we're down to 11 on the lead lap with 20 laps to go. And Kai Collymore has been out front all day long. Collymore been out front all day long. What more is it going to take for the 39 to get a win? Who will be the winner of the 6th annual Classical Showdown at Daytona? And how would it be for Kai Collymore, part owner of 40XLI, winning in his first ever race, winning in his first ever race for the 40XLI Driver Academy Contender Series? And here we go, coming to the line yet again. They're still side by side. Him and the 63, Logan Brink, trying to give the best pushes he can possibly give to Kai. And when is it time for Kai to start blocking? Whenever he can do that, because he got that 63 right on his door going into 1. He's got the run, and if I'm Kai, I'm working the lines. Off of 2, we're going to the top. Off of 4, we're going to the top as well, but you're going to make sure you can get back to the bottom, because that outside line gets a big run every time. TJ Moon going to go to the outside with Pete Tart and Zachary Trevino. That just fills in the spot for Jackson Brown to go to the middle line, which you can't really make moves on the bottom. This almost looks like a duel with just 11 cars in the field. Gavin Austin, the lucky dog, as of right now, 12th place. 13 car goes to the outside. We're 3 wide. Coming to 16 to go. 3 by 3 through the field. Zach going back to the middle. He knows something bad might happen. He cannot afford to get more damage. They're still 3 by 3. Travis Prather shoving the 63 as hard as he can. The 13 car getting shoved by Pete Tart in the bottom. Prather pushing the 63 in the middle. And Logan Brink pushing Kai Collymore on the bottom of the track. Big run for the middle and the top. The 63 clears to the bottom of Henry Kaloff. Jackson Brown now trying to shove Travis Prather out front. Kaloff to the bottom of the track. 16 to go. We'll be coming to 15 to go next time by. The outside line starting to die out, but Henry Kaloff makes his move whenever he needed to, and he's back in the lead. What can Jackson Brown do? And Prather, he's got that damage fixed. How much better can he be on the outside line now? Is TJ Moon just slowing them down from a driver's standpoint? That's going to be the most annoying thing ever. Just guys going to the outside with no help. They have no help. They're not going to be able to do anything. From a driver's standpoint, that's the most annoying thing ever when you're trying to work on the outside line. But Prather, right on the door of the 63. 15 to go at the Classical Showdown from the World Center of Racing. Yep, yet again, TJ Moon back to the outside line. If I'm a driver, I'm going to be on the radio yelling at him. You are not doing anything helpful for the team. All he's doing, especially with that big dent in the nose, all he's doing is hurting them. But Travis Prather, the leader, Jackson Brown's all the way to the outside. We're going to be 3 wide yet again. No. TJ Moon pushing the 96 just like earlier. At the end of stage 2, rules reversed. Maybe Prather's got a little bit of right front damage. Nope, it's just a little bit of dirt. Jackson Brown in the 99 dropping back fast. The 99 just can't push with that big dent. Probably down on power just a little bit. Bad move for Jackson Brown. Prather out front though, he's your leader. He got a lifeline thrown to him after a big costly mistake earlier in the race. He went a lap down, and now look at him. An opportunity to go win his first ever race at Daytona. It's not over yet though. Still plenty of time for anybody else to make a move. He could also make another mistake, and Jackson Brown, no help on them for him. He's gonna fall all the way to the back. Does Jose Aguilar want to go up there? No, he does not. And here we go. Look at Prather. Look at him on the outside line. Not side drafting like everybody else is. He goes up. He side drafts on the entry, slides up half a line, and then comes back down on the exit of the corner. And look at that run down the back straightaway. Look at the interval. He's just gaining. He was almost a quarter of a tenth faster down the back straightaway alone. And Henry gets shoved to the top by Collymore. Kai Collymore back to the bottom of the track, leading the inside line. Kaloff does not block it. Logan Brink stuck on the bottom. We got the 99 TJ Moon forcing his way in the middle. 3 wide yet again. Oh, and Moon trying to hold on to it. That just killed all the momentum on the outside. TJ Moon tries to slide up, but really no point in doing that. It's not even that he tried to slide up. He forced his way 3 wide in that middle line. If 13 doesn't do what he did, there would have been a huge wreck. I mean, look at Ken Doran Davis now. Up to 7th, 4th on the bottom. All these guys know that there's only 11 cars here. They know that they're really not going to fall that much, so they're going to be more aggressive. As long as you don't get crazy amount of damage. There is 2 lap cars out there about to catch though. And Gavin Austin is also drafted as the 01 of James Cesar and Carmelo Echevarria, both of them very slow. And here comes Henry Kaloff back to the front on the bottom line. Coming to 10 laps to go at Daytona. Prather's still getting pushed by the 13. Carmelo moves out of the way. Where is Cesar at? James up by the wall. Does it play a factor at all? Bad pushes from Collymore. Prather might clear. No, he won't. Prather will lead the lap though yet again. TJ Moon back to the outside. No help for him as of now. Can he do it on his own? Does the 48? Does anybody want to go with him? Nobody going with him. Prather leading the middle line. Big shots from the 13 of Cody Gibson, who's been pushing all race long. It seems like him and Pete Hurt have been the 2 pushers most of the second half of this race. Zachary Trevino almost losing the draft just a little bit. That would be huge. Or maybe he's dropping back trying to build up a massive run. As we know how aggressive he gets late in these races. Oh, big contact! Around goes Moon. Does he save it? Yes, he does! And from my angle, that was 100% net code. But we stay green at Daytona. And these guys on the outside line are probably thinking, They're thanking him for. They're thanking iRacing for a little bit of netcode to help them out because that guy was just costing them time on the outside. And Kai Collymore with a big push off the exit of 4. Gets to 63, all squirrely. And he's way out in front, clear of both lines. Coming to 8 laps to go. This is where the nerves start to kick in. You're out front at Daytona. It's the Classical Showdown. It's the biggest race besides the Universal 500 and the UIS. It's the 6th running of the Classical Showdown. 2 rookies leading the charge. But there's also 4 veterans right there in that top 10. Oh, big push from Collymore. The 63 gets loose. Prather gets a bad push from the 13. Jackson Brown to the outside right by the wall. These guys are not lifting at all anymore. It's go, go, go. They're pushing as hard as they can. They know the stakes. They know how close this is getting. We're coming to 6 laps to go. So we lap Gavin Austin. Six laps remaining here at Daytona. Henry Kaloff out front yet again. Coming to 5 laps to go. Prather, does he clear to the bottom? No, he does not. This racing has been so close and so intense all night long. These guys have not chilled out one time. Collymore shoving as hard as he can. Kaloff leads the lap. 5 to go at Daytona. Ken Dorian Davis right behind Logan Brink on the bottom. Can they make a move at some point? Will one of them stick it 3 wide in the middle if they have the opportunity to? Prather, big run down the back straightaway, big pushes. You see all these guys getting very squirrely. 13 comes out a little bit. Collymore with a big push to the 63 going into turn number 3. Is he able to, he's still trying to give Collymore a lot the air to try to be able to push him. He comes down, big run on the bottom. Four laps remaining in the Classical Showdown. They're going to lap Carmelo Echevarria. He goes all the way to the bottom on the apron. Big pushing. Hard racing. All night long. This is what you expect from the Universal iRacing Series. And this is what you expect from Daytona and the Classical Showdown. Especially in these Xfinity cars. The racing in these cars is just fantastic. Zachary Trevino on the bottom. He's trying to build up a big run. He's finally caught back up with the field. Coming to 3 laps to go. Will we see another record? Will we stay green at the end of this thing? Jackson Brown going all the way by the wall. He changes his mind. He's going back up there again. Who wants to go with him? Does TJ Moon go with him? No, he does not. Is it going to hurt the middle line a little bit? It does. Prather right there. With the 63, gets right on his inside quarter panel, on his outside quarter panel. They have to have a big run down this back straightaway, and as soon as Prather clears, he's going to have to drop down. Jackson Brown on the outside by himself. No help for the 96, who's been up front all night long. Now somebody goes with him. It's TJ Moon yet again. They found their way together once more. What does Ken Dorian Davis do here? He's got an opportunity to go to the middle line. He's going to stay on the bottom. Coming to 2 to go. coming to 2 laps to go here in the Classical Showdown at Daytona. There's no give from anybody. It's go, go, go. Prather back out front. Coming to the white flag here at Daytona. Coming to 1 more lap to go. Will we see the white flag or will we see the yellow before? No, we will not. White flag is in the air. 1 more lap to go here at Daytona for the Classical Showdown. It's 3 wide racing at Daytona. Then point of no return. There will not be another yellow. Collymore shoving the crap out of the 63. Logan Brink right on the back bumper of Collymore as well. And a little bit of net code around goes TJ Moon in the back of the lead lap pack. Big wreck behind. Collymore to the outside, blocking the 63. Collymore back to the middle. Great blocks from Henry Kaloff. Was that the last opportunity? Collymore turns him. Prather, there's nobody behind. There's nobody there. Travis Prather can walk his way home. Travis Prather, the only guy to make it through the wreck, and he will win the Classical Showdown. Travis Prather is a winner in the UIS. This is followed by Zachary Trevino and Pete Tart. Wow, unbelievable finish at Daytona. Let's go get a replay. If we can get one from that far back. Let's just see. Collymore goes to the bottom. He tried to go outside. He tried to go to the bottom. There's just that. There's not a gap there, and he just comes up and just turns the 63, and everybody involved. That's a hard hit. And Travis Prather can crawl his way through and become a winner in the UIS, as he's gonna burn it down the front straightaway. And your top 4 will be Travis Prather, Zachary Trevino, Pete Tart, and TJ Moon. And Travis Prather makes the mistake in the duels. Makes a mistake early on. And he's able to fight through that mistake and win himself a Classical Showdown. And wins the 6th ever Classical Showdown. The biggest race in this Xfinity Series. And he's trying to Dale Jr. the burnout, but he's got to practice those burnouts a little bit. And he will park it. We'll be getting interviews in just a moment. We'll be getting in interviews in just a moment. We'll see if we can get in. Yeah, bring in Prather first. Hey, Travis, you got a copy in the booth? Oh, wow, he just muted. Oh,
yes, I do.
Man, you know, let's just start this back from last Friday. You make a costly mistake in the duels that really hurts you and hurts your starting position. You go into the night. You know, you get to the front. Obviously, you had a little bit of right front damage. It was hard for you to be able to lead lines, and then you make another costly mistake trying to self-clear yourself. You know, and then you get some great luck. You know, just walk us through your race and how you were able to go from a lap down to, winning the sixth ever Classical Showdown.
Well, I mean, the first me clearing myself, I'll start there. I had a huge shove. We were all practically wrecking. And in my mirror, I thought I was clear. I was hoping he'd give me some leniency. Obviously, he didn't have to, and he didn't. I think it was TJ that gave a huge block up there. It was totally my fault. I was glad I was able to keep it out of the pack, keep us green. And then I held my line coming to a lap down because I knew if I go to the top, I was going to get door slammed into the wall and my race was going to be over. Unfortunately, they wrecked pretty big there, which was very fortunate for me, but obviously it took out a lot of guys. And then I was 3 laps away from running out of fuel because I took the wave around. So I was 3 laps away and got that caution around lap 100, was able to get myself back in contention for the win and held the top line. I knew it was going to prevail. I thought it was going to prevail out of 4. Obviously, pretty big wreck happened there at the end, but I knew if I stayed top, I was going to have a chance at it, and I got lucky there on the last lap. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's about time you got a little bit of luck, obviously, with the mistake in the duels, and then you make a mistake today, and it seemed all speed weeks that every time you made a mistake, it was just the wrong mistake, and you just could never recover. And finally you were able to recover tonight, and you get to win the biggest race in the Contender Series, and win the 6th Classical Showdown ever. So what what's the what's the mindset going to be like for the rest of the season now?
I'm going to try my best to help out my team. I know I'm not full-time in the Xfinity, so I'm just going to make sure my teammates all get to the playoffs and then make sure they can hopefully help one of them win it all this season.
Yeah, that's the goal of being a part-time guy, is just to be the team player. But you got anybody you'd like to shout out before we send you back?
Gavin, he was able to help me when I was basically out of gas. He went high there with about 5 to go, keeping the whole pack together. He definitely helped me a lot through this race.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. You just won the biggest race besides the US 500. You joined a bunch of names in being Classical Showdown winners, and you won this one, and this was the first one that's been 120 laps, which is full distance. So, congratulations for that.
Thank you, thank you.
We'll send you back right now. Good luck on the rest of the season, and good luck tomorrow night if you're running.
I am. Thank you.
All right. Hold on. I'm trying to figure this out. There you go. Zach, you got a copy in the booth?
I got you, bro. I got you.
Well, you had a. Hold on, I gotta fix this on the screen. 1 second. You had a lot of ups and downs today. Just walk us through your race, I guess.
Man, I just had a wrecked car. I mean, I couldn't do anything. My spoiler was all screwed up. My steering damages, everything was really, really screwed up with my car. So yeah, I couldn't really do anything until the end of the race. Just the seas parted for me, and I just didn't lift. So yeah.
Yeah, the seas definitely did part. I mean, literally everybody got wrecked besides one guy. So
I was so happy to see that.
that was incredibly lucky. But you get a second place to start your season. What's the season supposed to look like for you? Obviously, you could have been a champion last season in the Cup Series. You could have been a champion in this series. You didn't make it to the championship in this. I think it was because you stopped showing up. But what's it look like for a contender championship potentially?
I mean, we're just gonna try to get to the champ for this season, and try to go win one. Almost won the trucks championship, but I couldn't make it a couple seasons ago. But yeah, we're just gonna go for it. I haven't won a championship yet in this league, but we've gotten so close. So hopefully this is the year.
Yeah, you got anybody you'd like to shout out before we before we send you back?
Yeah, I'd like to thank James for signing me in Xfinity. I'd like to thank Jose for working with us tonight, and Logan, and just everyone who was helping us. Kai was helping me a little bit, so shout out to Kai, especially for wrecking. Appreciate that. But yeah, that's it.
All right, well, we'll send you back. Good luck on the rest of the season, and good luck tomorrow night for the 500s.
All right, thank you. Appreciate that.
Well,
Logan, you got a copy in the booth?
yeah, what's up?
Obviously not what you wanted. Well, I mean, 8th place is not bad, but you had a lot of ups and downs. Obviously, you got caught in a couple of those wrecks at the beginning of the race. Just walk us through your race and how you're able to, recover from literally being a lap down to almost winning a race.
Yeah, no, very up and down. I really don't remember a whole lot from the start. I just know I got into the first wreck. I got an EOL because I had to go through the pit road, so then it put me to the back. And then I got in the next wreck because I was in the back. And then basically for about 60 to 70 laps, I was trying to get back on the lead lap, and then finally, I think I only got my damage all the way fixed with like 20 to go. But there was like nobody really left at that point that didn't have damage. So yeah, and in the last 20 laps, I was kind of just stuck on the bottom, couldn't really go anywhere. I was really what was happening at the end was kind of what I was hoping was going to happen is the 39 would try to pass the 63, and then obviously that didn't go well, and then mistakes were made there, and I had nowhere to really go. So, but I mean, I had fun for what it was, so that's kind of the whole point. But
Yeah, I mean, it does seem like every time you go to a super speedway, it's you either A, end up winning, or B, you end up either flipping or end up in the outside wall. And well, you ended up in the outside wall like Dale, so you did it. You did it for Dale today.
yeah, that's always good.
Well, 8th place isn't bad. Obviously, you're part-time, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm labeled as full time, but I will not be running the whole schedule.
Okay, yeah. Well, you're coming off your second ever championship in the Cup Series. What's the big picture looking like for the Cup Series this season? Can you go repeat for a third championship?
We'll see. I mean, I'm just gonna race, and whatever happens, happens. As for the 500 though, I hope it just doesn't end up like today. I think it'll be cleaner, but the lack of a fast repair day, I think, kind of took most people out early, and it was kind of dead toward the end, which is a bit disappointing. But yeah, I mean, as for the whole season, I'm just gonna race, see what happens. I'm not gonna give it everything, as I'm a little less interested in iRacing nowadays. But if I find myself in a good position, I'll why not? I'll try for another one. But until then, not a whole lot of, I guess. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well, good luck on the season. See if you could potentially, repeat as a champion. Well, we'll see if you can. We'll probably see you in victory lane in this series at least once or twice as you find your way to win a lot. So, you got anybody you'd like to, shout out before we send you back?
Congrats to Travis. He raced pretty well today. Thanks to all my teammates. Yeah, really. Honestly, I don't think I was really near a teammate besides the first couple laps, and then we all kind of got separated, and either one of us were a lap down, or eventually everyone was a lap down until the very end. So, but yeah, that's about it.
All right. Well, we'll send you back, and good luck on the rest of the season, and tomorrow night, maybe you won't flip.
Thanks.
Pete, you got a copy in the booth?
Got a copy.
P3, you were up at the front the entire race long. It just seemed you couldn't be able to get to the lead at all. Obviously that big wreck on the final lap. Just what more did you need to go your way so you could get out front? Because you were the pusher all night long, it seemed.
I mean, yeah, it was a solid race, just pushing the 39. I don't know. I think we just needed more opportunities. It was kind of hard to build runs without getting too hot. But yeah, still a solid race, starting 24th, finishing third. Good points way to start the season.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you know, if you got through that wreck, you could win the race. You were probably one of the best pushers all race long. I mean, obviously, you found your way to be second in line the entire day. What's the outlook going, or like, what's the, I don't know how to word this. What's your big picture look on this season? Like, what's your expectations? Obviously, finishing third, but it is Daytona after all. Like, what's your expectations for the rest of the season, and could you potentially find yourself in a Final Four?
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. I know our car has good intermediate speed, and I just think good overall picture. I mean, just being consistent, not having. I'm not sure if there's a drop week in this, but just not having a lot of bad finishes.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the rookie showcase, you were up at the front. Pretty sure you were, or if you were there, I'm pretty sure you were there. The one or two races you ran last season, you were up at the front as well. Um, you're full time in the trucks. You're full time in this. I'm pretty sure.
I'm full time in Cup and Xfinity.
Oh, okay. So yeah, what's your expectations going to be for Cup? Because obviously, the next gen and the Cup Series is a different beast than this.
Yeah, I definitely don't like that car as much as the Xfinity cars. But I don't know. Well, I'm excited for tomorrow, UIS 500. That'll be a fun race.
Yeah, and Logan was talking about it a little bit. How much did that not having a fast spare, how much did that affect, how you went about your race and how it affect the field?
I'm sorry, I did not catch what you said.
Logan was talking about it in his interview. How much did not having a faster pair affect, how you drove this race and how how the rest of the field drove?
Oh, I mean, I was actually able to fix a lot of my damage because the yellows here are very long. But I mean, honestly, I think that no faster pair was better because then some of the guys that do some stupid stuff early are just kind of out of it. I mean, I'm not gonna call out numbers or names, but there was one guy I was behind. He was all over the place. And once he got wrecked, I was kind of relieved because.
Yeah, I mean, I know who you're talking about. To be honest, and I just put in suggestions to maybe have a faster pair for tomorrow night, so we have more than 11 guys in lead lap. But
Yeah,
you start your season third place. Not a bad finish. Obviously, could have won. Just had that unlucky wreck at the end, but third is never bad. So you got anybody you'd like to shout out before we send you back?
yeah, I'd like to shout out Cash for signing me to Xfinity and Cup, and just excited for the season.
All right. Well, we'll send you back. Good luck on tomorrow night, and good luck for the rest of your season.
Thank you, Tyler.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that'll wrap it up from Daytona. A fantastic way to end the Classical Showdown and the sixth running of the Classical Showdown at Daytona, as Travis Prather will get his first ever win in the UIS at Daytona after dominating the duels Friday. Made a mistake, dominates the race today, makes a mistake, and you know, actually Kai Collymore wants to be interviewed. Let's bring Kai in there. Hold on, we'll get to the outro in a minute. Yeah, Kai, you got a copy in the booth.
Yes, sir, I do.
You dominated this race. You were at the front all night long. You know, with about 10 to go, it seemed the pushes from you to the 63 was getting him a little bit more, out of place. Obviously, you try to go around him on the back straightaway in the final lap. He blocks you high. You try to go low, and eventually you guys wreck. Just walk us through your point of view on that wreck and what more you needed to, go your way to win this one.
Well, we had a fast 40XLI 39 Ford Mustang today. Obviously, wasn't the best start, but honestly, out of turn two, I was red. I got him clear of the 60, and I thought, man, if I back up to Logan, we'll get a run. But I knew he was gonna. The 63 started backing up. And I was like, all right, I just need to take the momentum. And then I went a little later than I probably should have, or I'd say a little early. Um, but I was just really, the temps were red. I was running 270, I think, so I was just desperate time, desperate measure. Uh, and I tried faking him high, then went back low. I mean, I knew I wanted Logan behind me because I trusted Logan more than 33 or 60. Sorry, I'm thinking about the duels. Um, but yeah, I mean, once I went back low, it's just like I had my nose right under his left ear, and he just shoved me to the underneath the yellow. And I knew he would block. It's just I didn't expect him to block me like kind of hip check me and then not even go back up. So that's what really kind of draws my eye. But then the second time it's just kind of may not. I mean, Jackson says I didn't or whatever, but I mean I got forced. From what I saw, my nose was touching his bumper, but I just held my wheel straight. I mean, I turned into the corner, but he didn't let me up. So honestly, just I mean, racing hard on the last lap, but uncalled for moves. And honestly, we're just ready for tomorrow to hopefully bring the Outback machine to victory lane again, hopefully. But just really sucks. I thought third time was going to be the charm, because this is the third race where I've been in contention for the win, and I've kind of gotten screwed. So, but we're gonna look forward to moving that second place from last season in the 500 to hopefully first. We got a lot of teammates, a lot of just people to work with, and a big field. And yeah, just all our focus is towards tomorrow. We'll just take this as a learning step.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you have the opportunity to go win. Who knows? Were you clear? Were you not clear? I mean, obviously, there's plenty of different screenshots that show it, but there's really only two guys that know if you were clear or not. Um,
Mm.
Obviously, you try to make the move, could not cause a wreck, but I mean, you were at the front all day long. You led the most laps by not a doubt. You led the most laps this race. Actually, let's pull up the statistics real quick. If iRacing would load. Where'd you finish at?
I
You,
finished
you
fifth.
you led 43 of the 120 laps. You led the most laps of this race.
There we go. There we go. I
So
mean,
so you get that bonus point for laps led, and so that's good going to the end of this or to start the season. Obviously, you got some good stage points today as well. Yes, so your season's looking in the right direction. What are you looking for this season?
honestly, we're just really looking for either a playoff berth or just really. I mean, the number one thing on my bulletin board, I guess, is really just to win. No matter no matter the track, no matter the car. I mean, even a truck win would do fine. It's just uh really would give us a big turnaround, a lot of confidence, especially with how last season was, missing the playoffs, getting the penalty, and just having so much speed, so much momentum, a lot of fun too. Great finishes, and then just getting whenever the time comes to perform for a win, it's just out the door. But a lot of time on the off season, a lot of time on my hands to be able to try experimenting stuff. So honestly, we're ready for Atlanta, for what's it called, Contender. And honestly, I'm just ready for the rest of the season. But a couple tracks on my calendar that I want to win at, especially Michigan. But we're just looking for a win no matter the series. But hopefully in the Cup or, of course, Contender, because that's where we're competing for points, and we just want to playoff berth along with our teammates Eric, Jason, and Emerson. Obviously, they got caught up in wrecks, and I feel very horrible. I think that's what I needed to win this race, a teammate.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, most of the guys at the front either had a teammate or previous seasons working with those type of guys. But you know,
Oh yeah.
obviously, fifth place is not bad. Looking forward, the championship window is wide open potentially. No Nicholas Martinez Jr. this season potentially. Just a bunch of guys that were really quick, or either A, not in the series anymore, or B, just not here. And obviously you start with a big advantage over the defending champion. So good luck. Obviously I was gonna say, do you have anybody you'd like to shout out, but you already did that.
Oh well, I'll shout out one more person, I guess. Shout out my dad for watching. Yeah, I just honestly like with 30 to go caution or whatever, one of the last cautions. Uh, like I'll have my mom or dad watch like when I run the e-tickets for IDK player, I'll have them watch that. But I had them watch this one. I had a feeling about this one, but I was like, maybe not. Shit always goes. Oh, sorry. Stuff always doesn't turn out my way. But heard my dad going. Heard my dad going. No. So big fan there. But also want to shout out Logan for helping me, and then Zach kind of helping me. Let's see who else. Oh, Pete Tart. I have to give a big shout out to him. I mean, I might owe him dinner because he helped me get the most laps led, and that's another point into our start. And still a lot of confidence because I think we will come out maybe second or third in points, maybe a little higher, maybe a little lower, but
You could be leading the
honestly,
points.
I could. I mean, I really hope I am. It's just last season we finished second here, led the points, and then Atlanta, I mean, had a great finish. Could have finished better, but we just didn't play the strategy right. So honestly, a lot of learning points from last season as well. But it's so far kind of stepping in the same direction. So that's a great positive for us. So,
Yeah,
but
definitely.
yeah.
So you had a great run. You led most of this race, and we'll send you back. Good luck tomorrow night in the 500. As winner gets $100. That's a big race.
Oh, seriously? Yeah, I wondered about that. I wonder if they were actually serious about that.
Yeah,
So,
you never know when Chase George might pay you, as he owes me money, and he still has yet to pay me. So, we'll
yeah,
see.
well, I hope you know that the money he hasn't paid you might be going to a winner tomorrow.
Yeah, it better not be.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right, are you racing tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll be there.
All right, well, I will see you tomorrow. And great commentating and great broadcast. Thank you for
Yeah.
taking your time.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, see you tomorrow.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll do our outro now. We had a great race, 120 laps, 300 miles at Daytona. Ends in a Travis Prather win with a massive wreck at the end of this race. And everybody gets involved besides one. And on iRacing, when it gets to the white flag, there's no cautions after that. It's just race to the finish and full throttle. So a little bit of an outlook on the season is we have tomorrow night the Universal 500, the sixth running of the Universal 500, practice starting at 8 p.m. and the race is going green at 8:30. That'll be streamed on the UBN network, aka the Universal Broadcasting Network. I said that backwards. It's okay. Green flag goes up at 8:30 p.m. It's 200 laps at Daytona. No fast repairs as of right now. There's a chance there might be, with stages being at lap 40, 90, and then all the way to the end at 200. The winner of the race winning $100. Next Monday night will be the Truck Series, and they will be at Old Atlanta Speedway for, I don't know how many laps it'll be for, but they will be there at Old Atlanta, and then they go to Rockingham, and the next Friday night will be at Old Atlanta as well. I will be there. Race practice going up at 8:30, race starting at 9 o'clock, and that should be a good one as well. We'll really be able to see the talent level of this field. And then they go to Rockingham and Portland right after that. The Portland might be the most interesting one on the schedule for this Xfinity one. And for full-time races for Xfinity, they have Daytona Auto Club, and all three championship series is full 100% distances at Homestead Miami Speedway. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you tomorrow night for the Universal 500 at Daytona International Speedway, the world center of racing. Winner gets $100. 9 p.m. EST tomorrow night. 8:30 p.m. EST tomorrow night. My bad. be streamed by Jacob Quill on the Universal Broadcasting Network. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow night.